Hello, it is Dark episode for January the 18th, 2025, and it was a quick day. Why was it quick? I guess it was quick. We got up, semi late. Well, no, we didn't. Fuck. God damn it. I got up at about 8:30, and by a little bit past 9, I went out and I went grocery shopping. God damn it. See, you can't even... It's good to stop for a second and go, I did a full grocery trip today. I came home. We had breakfast. We started to groom the dogs. Unfortunately, Ja clipped herself with the scissors across one of her fingers. Didn't want to go to an emergency room. It wasn't... Well, it's a pretty good thing. So we ended up, after she kind of tried to get it stopped while she was doing that, I sheared Shira, clipped her body. No, I'm not allowed to do the head because I'm a bad man who would just cut it all off. Won't go into the results of Ja's barbering and how dangerous that is. But once we did that, we went out to the place where they had good bandage supplies, not surgical supplies, bandage supplies. She wanted some steri strips and things like that to kind of pull the edges of the wound together so that it could bind. Hopefully it is going to be okay and she's not going to end up having to go to a hospital. Did that, went to McDonald's, got home. By that point, she had a nap. I made some apple crumble. I prepped veggies for dinner. Tried to have a bit of a nap. Ended up on Reddit, which might be a mistake, and maybe I should delete my account immediately from, because that's going to just more places for me to surf. Which is not good for me. So maybe I should just delete that. Yes, yeah, actually, I think I will. Okay, there's that, and then it was basically time to make dinner. So we watched Heated Rivalry. Okay, first we finished the Mushroom Show, which I can't remember what the name of, which was good. This is the blue diamond mushroom with Marshall as the main star. I can't remember what the name of the show is. We just call it the Mushroom Show, where it's a magic mushroom that can basically cure anything. It's called Common Side Effects, of course, because it turns out, like all medications of anything, there are side effects. Common side effects may include that kind of phraseology. And I did like that. It's like, okay, it's quite miraculous in what it does, but there's definitely side effects. And maybe you just end up going crazy after being given it, even if it saves your life. You start definitely having hallucinations, visual hallucinations. And Shaw said, like, well, people have reported, like, with psychedelics having, visual or auditory hallucinations. I'm like, well, that's not good. She said, like, and it's like, no, that's not good. That's like not a good thing. I don't see it as anything mystical. I see that as your brain chemistry has been altered to the point where it is malfunctioning. Like, seeing things or hearing things that are not there is a malfunction, dude, and not one that you particularly want. So it was good that it did include that in it. And maybe while the pharmaceutical system is really mega fucked, the American healthcare system, which this is set in America, is really fucked. There's also something about having systems and having the scientific method that is actually maybe still be a net positive thing. It's maybe not going for that. It's hinting at that. I don't know if it's particularly full out saying that. It's also showing all the completely justified and negative things of that system as well. But, you know, and I love Sparkle. Sparkle's like, oh, Rick, the pharmaceutical executive, he gets a happy ending. That was just awesome. So yes, watch that. And we watched the first 2 episodes of Heated Rivalry, which is definitely a very hot, very kind of engaging romance. And you can see how these 2 guys, especially the Russian guy, how this works for him, having this just momentary meetups. Like, he's someone who's very closed off. He's not told the Canadian player, you know, what he's about anything about his family. There's like a distance thing there that actually works for him, which I like. And he's just so fucking dry and sarcastic and an asshole, which is just like totally great. And the other guy is a perfect match for him, being much more kind of an open, vulnerable, but just awkward and neat freak, and he always leaves his socks on, which is so endearing, so cute. So I'm enjoying Heated Rivalry. Yes, very much so. It's a romance. It is. I was listening to. I've got 2 movie critics, TV critics, out of L.A. Alonso Duralde and Dave White, who are married to each other. And, you know, Alonso is very much like, I'm the romance. I do like romance stuff. And it's like, it's cotton candy, but it's like lovely cotton candy. And yeah, I can understand why Dave White was more, it's like, well, it's a fantasy world. There isn't actually a danger here. Even though there's some stuff about Russia, like, you know, maybe that's not great. But there's like, in this drama itself, there's not like, I'm not like afraid for these guys' lives, kind of that sort of thing, because it's a romance. It's not that kind of thing. It's kind of hot, forbidden love, but it's not like, oh, we're going to get fucking beaten to death or something like that by teammates or something like that. That's not what we're going for. So yeah, we've watched the first 2 episodes and we're going to watch more. So that's nice. It's nice to have a fun show like that as well. From one of the creators of Letterkenny, which kind of makes sense. All right, I'm going to leave it there. More videos later.